What if I told you consistency in the gym is not enough? To be honest with you, it's not just me telling you, it's just a fact. Coming to the gym and just being consistent is not enough when you might have poor sleep, you're lacking nutrition. Sometimes the way you're pushing yourself in the gym might be affecting the results you're seeing, but most importantly, how you look and feel in the mirror. And here's the thing, we're all guilty of slacking, lack of sleep, missing a few meals here and there, even myself. Right now, I'm not in the best condition. To you, it might not look like that, but to me, I'm not. I just moved from Boston to North Carolina, and that completely messed up my schedule where I didn't work out for 2 weeks. And I'm feeling it. Stop being a bitch. More fatigue, faster, can't push as much, and it's okay, but I know ways to build back up, and that's what I want to help you with today. Is to show you not to only be consistent, but to actually get results and what you're missing to do so. Let's get into it. One thing that you'll learn quick is that lack of sleep is a difference between hitting a PR, having the motivation, and just being able to tell yourself, I can do it today. A lot of people, the reason why sometimes they negotiate with themselves is due to lack of sleep. They're tired and their body's constantly telling them from morning to afternoon, I've been tired. So what do you think is gonna happen by the time it gets to 4 p.m., 5 p.m.? Your commitment to the gym goes out the window. Sleep comes first. Your tiredness comes first. Your emotion comes first. So one of the biggest things you have to watch out for is your sleep. I'm 25, and to some people, I'm a baby. To some, I'm unk. To some, I'm a jit, whatever. But one thing that I've noticed is from even 16 to 25 is my lack of, I can work out in 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. If I get 4 hours of sleep, I feel like shit. If I get less than 8, when I come into the gym, my 405 squat that I wanted goes down to 315 for 6. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now I beat myself up. So sleep is a crucial factor because one, it could lead to increased stress, more cortisol. You hold on to fat a little bit more. And these are things that you look up and you see on social media all the time. But one thing I highly recommend you do is to implement it. Implement the changes that you see. Implement the reels that are telling you, hey, do this when it comes to setting a sleep routine. Just these little things could help you benefit when it comes to getting bigger, faster, leaner, and overall being able to actually hit your goals and stay there consistently. Because it is possible, but you need to get a handle on your sleep routine to be able to take yourself from where you're at now to go to that next level. See, some people have poor nutrition and a poor diet, but some people just don't eat enough. And through my 10 years of in-person training and online coaching, one thing I've noticed is when it comes to the population, in terms of nutritional struggles, I would low-key say it's about 50-50 in terms of the ones that lack nutrition and the ones that, have terrible nutrition. Meaning food quality. Instead of steak, chicken, you're going towards frozen, and that's where you lean and put all your banks, fast food. And some people, they do eat potatoes, they do eat rice, but they eat so little, they never see the results. I know a lot of guys who come in here 6-7 times a week and tell me, yo, what am I missing? I tell them, you're eating too little. You're eating 1,700 calories, wanting to be lean, get big for a little bit. No, I don't want, well, guess what? You're not going to get strong. You're lacking the nutrients to be able to put your body in a position where it recognizes that, hey, I have extra food. With this extra food, I can use to build some extra tissue. With that extra tissue comes more strength, comes a little bit more athleticism towards, depending on how you're working out, of course. But for a lot of people, it's not just nutrition. It's just not eating enough. So one thing I highly recommend is tracking your food. Now, when I say tracking, it throws a lot of people off. It turns off a lot of people. And one thing I would do is instead of tracking and looking at it, I have to track for the remainder of my life, I challenge you to track for 3 months, 6 months. It will change your life. It will give you a better understanding and perspective of food than you ever had, because it will tell you and show you exactly what you're eating, how much you're eating, and what's coming from it, and how you can actually benefit utilizing it. Because at the end of the day, what's coming into your body is fuel. Fuel for the next day, fuel for the workout. It's fuel. You're giving your body nutrients. That's fuel. So instead of giving it junk, I recommend trying to at least one healthy meal a day. Start there, and then over time, build it up. And if you're already eating healthy and you're just not eating enough, I recommend bumping it up through meal prepping, tracking, and ensuring you either A, have some accountability, find a partner to do it with you, or B, Just go along and stick with it. And I promise you, it'll help you get bigger and really start achieving the goals that you want. Oh shit, I almost fell. And then you do have the group that is eating enough, but they lack the intensity when it comes to training. You know, this group is one, I say, you're 1 to 2 things away from, in 2 to 3 months, being able to look in the mirror and saying, holy shit, I finally done it. Because you're already eating healthy and you just need to learn how to push yourself when it comes to intensity. And the only way that you can do that is I want you to start accepting failure. When you're in the gym, you're going for a squat, have somebody spot you. If you failed that 315, that 225 that you wanted to get for one, bro, that's okay. The fact that you failed it and felt it, you felt 225 while you failed it, is gonna help you come in next time and say, I know what I got, I know where it felt weak, strong. Let me maybe add some accessory exercises to help you benefit towards either that squat or bench. Or just let me do it more and more. And over time, I promise you, it will come. One thing you guys have to recognize is when you come into the gym, the more you do, the easier it gets. And it's just from there, it's just pushing yourself. I know so many people that overthink it, and I tell them, just go. Go and do whatever for once. Just get a feel for it. Put your body in a position where you're like, fuck, that hurt, but it felt good. Come on. You're stronger than that. And I promise you, the more and more you push towards that limit and you tend to break it and punch it, and sometimes you fall to the ground and crying because of it, the more and more you tend to love that shit, bro. The only reason I got to where I'm at, physique-wise, athleticism-wise, is because I just kept pushing my limits. Bro, I'm telling you, consistency comes when you start showing up, but to see consistent results, you gotta start pushing yourself to that limit that you know you can. And I say you can because a lot of you, you're right there where you get that 10th rep and you know you can get 2, but you don't go for that 2nd or 3rd or 4th. I want you to go for that 2nd or 3rd or 4th. Even though you hear online, oh, don't go over 10 reps, do it for once. Because some of you haven't felt the stimulus necessary to say, all right, I've got this. And I know exactly what it feels like to keep consistently growing. Which goes with the last one, where people just work out when they're fatigued, they're stressed, and they're under constant pressure. Sometimes it's okay to take a week break. It's okay to take 2 weeks break. For me, I knew my strength was gonna come down from taking that 2-week break. But also I recognized that moving from Boston to North Carolina is not an easy task, especially when you have to literally take your whole life packet and move it to across country. Not across country, but you know what I mean. From north all the way down to the south. It was a fun move, it was exciting, but still it took away a lot from my energy, where I had to prioritize other things, and that's okay. And there comes times during the year where that happens. And when you guys have to understand that if you have a week off from the gym, the last thing I want you to do is say, oh, I could take next week off. No, come back that following week. So therefore you can continue moving forward. But working out against under pressure, stress, and just feeling it constantly, one thing I highly recommend is taking a deload week where you do maybe half the intensity, half the reps, and just feel things out, or just completely take the week off to give your body some time, to give your mind some time, because you gotta understand that it's mind, body, and soul. Mind is form, technique. Body is performing and actually being able to bring it up, pull it, push it. And then soul, the intensity, what energy you bring to the gym. Are you sorrow like, oh, I'm just want to get it over with? Or are you there wanting to kill some fucking shit? And you need to be in here to kill some fucking shit to see some fucking results, to really change yourself. But those are the 4 things I really want to bring up to you guys that I see a lot of times that are holding a lot of people back from experience as a trainer, but most importantly, just from being an observer around the fitness industry. But with that being said, hope you like, comment, subscribe. Catch you next time. Let's get big.